There's this article that stuffed bears to veterans and to families of deceased service people has therapeutic value. And I just don't understand this. I know that they started the stuffed bear thing, stuffed animals, a little while back. And it seems to me that the people who were children then are adults now. And maybe there was some comfort they found in the stuffed toys. So now, as old folks, they're finding reasons to keep on using it. And to me, it sounds so trivial and so childish. Now, I recall around in the 80s or 90s, somebody, there was a TV discussion that people who have faith in God and read the Bible recover rapidly from surgeries and other illnesses and do well as model patients. And very quickly, the New World Order people, the Antichrist and some evil ones came on and saying that there's a similar effect when people have animals around. Now, these people had a strategy where the animals were always important. They'll have service where they bless animals. You bring your donkey, you bring your camel, you bring your dog, your cat, your snake, whatever, and they're blessing it. And nobody's stopping to understand that Jesus never did that. And what Jesus hasn't done, it doesn't make sense doing, because what's the point in these animals are not going to go into heaven. All animals are going to be destroyed when Christ comes. And when he comes back, he's going to probably create some new ones because they all are corrupted. Dogs will attack humans, snakes are angry about humans and so forth. And I don't think necessarily he's going to convert some evil snakes to make them good. He's going to get rid of them, and then of course he's going to create some new ones. And so this thing is so funny. How can you compare a real living God as opposed to a dog or a cat or a snake or whatever animal you want to choose as your companion to help you through your surgeries and whatever? I mean, to me, that don't make sense. Except you're probably deceived and so forth. Now, the last day I taught at a school in Alameda County here, there was an article, there was a video that the teacher wanted the Spanish students to see. And it was about El Norte, where some people from Guatemala left to come up to America and so forth. And he tried to outlay a thing where the CIA overthrew the government way back then, and now Del Monte and the other farming company, Del Monte and whatever, but they own almost the whole land in Guatemala and so on. But the army killed a set of folks, and these two young people, brother and sister, thought that the army's going to come back for them. So they were get ready to leave to come to America. And the young girl said, just a minute, she went back into the church, and here was Mother Mary up here with Jesus in her arm, and there was another image over there, and she lights some candles and watching Mother Mary and just put her faith in Mother Mary's hand and look over to another image and put her faith in the image, and then decided, yes, it's on, let's go. And then you had the moon over there with a little cloud in it, showing a little voodoo kind of thing, you know. Latin America, they like that voodoo thing. But, I mean, Mother Mary is dead. She's a woman. She's not God. So when you put your faith in stuff that ain't God, you're going to have problems. This is why Latin America, they don't do well. You know, they're living in such abject poverty and such stuff. They're talking about Del Monte own the whole set of land or whatever the company is. But in Mexico, they got 5 people that own all the land in Mexico. So that's their culture, all right? But the point I'm trying to say with these military people is that it's the same image. They put in faith in something that really is just a waste of time. Because a lot of them do the same thing. When they come through Mexico, they'll rob them and kill them and so on, all right? And so it's only a God could really do it. They lied that animal has a similar effect, and even if it might have been so, it's just Satan trying to create an equal sort of a therapy or experience. Because I mean, how can you know this experience is better than if you had been trusting in God as opposed to animals? I mean, from my point of view, I could see that a thing that God created can't do for you what the Creator could do for you. That's the way I would look at it. And so these veterans here, families that trying to console themselves. I mean, I don't know if in America here we are trained how to die and how to appreciate death and so forth. You see somebody gets gunned down out there and they put a whole bunch of candles and flowers and all that and they make a little shrine out there, and people got killed for going and disturbing that thing. One guy kicked the glasses away and ended up shooting him about 30 times. And then they went right up the next couple of weeks and shot his brother and two others, so three of them died. I don't know if this is the catalyst that started the whole thing, but to me, I'm not sure why they do that. And perhaps they think that where the person died, and sometimes there's an accident, the person died in hospital, but yet at this spot they're going to set up this shrine. And it seems as if they have a feeling that the spirit is dwelling there. You know, something mysterious about it. And when they go about the area, it's like a spiritual experience they're having. And I can't see their relative going to give them this kind of spiritual experience. I mean, the only thing that can give us spiritual experience is God or the devil. Right? And but the deal is this: look, we are born. I mean, we're different in that we were born alive, just that we were being sustained by the umbilical cord and nutrition from the mom. Whereas Adam and Eve, there was no connection like that. They weren't born; they were created, and so God breathed into their nostrils the breath of life, and they became a living soul. But today, the kids are spanking the butt, and they're going to start that breathing thing, and then they're going on breathing. But we don't have a soul. We are a soul, because He took the dust and made a man, and then He breathed into him, and then he became something. So it took two things to become something. So that when one thing stops, you stop breathing. You can't have a soul again, because we are living souls. So there's nothing out there to put a shrine on. So we should teach them, but I see they say it's religion, you can't teach it in school, but we have to go in and teach kids things so that we can have an ordered society that looks classy. All right? So it's only God that could give you the consolation. God knows exactly where you're hurting. He knows what to tell you, and He's the one to go to. Your dog can't dial 911 for you. Just try to show you the dog, dial 911, dog, bring the medication for them, dog did this. But that's just hogwash. That's just the devil influence over the animal to create a thing that other people are going to try it and so forth. But I know that for me, don't mind how lonely I am, an animal can't give you that comfort that you need. You need another human being, and you need God and the humans, or God alone, or a human. No animal can give you that type of thing. The animal can hold you and tell you things, bring you medication, bring you a glass of water, and so forth. You see, so it's unfortunate that these veteran families are believing that these bears could bring them some kind of closure, some kind of a consolation. It's only God could do it, and I hope that they don't just go on and create more problems for themselves. Because if you're hurting and you just tell yourself you take a pain pill, that's not the way to deal with that hurting. You need to find what is causing this hurting. Is it that there's an inflammation in there? Is it that I need surgery to take out something that is affecting the nerves? I like getting down to the bottom of the problem. I don't just like dealing with the symptoms. Oh, take you a pain pill and go to bed and everything will be good. And the problem still continues for the rest of your life. You deal with it. Let's go and find out what really causing it and get with it. Sometimes, of course, you have a heart problem and there's nothing you could do about it except probably get a new heart. But I hope that somebody will advise these veterans how to die, and the family how to respond to the death. Enjoy your family, enjoy your people while they're alive. Don't wait until they die and then start crying and going on. I recall when my mom died, there's a Haitian family. They had some death. They were burying a dead over the road, and they were with this dead about 4 or 5 hours. The people want closure so they could bury the thing, close it up, and go home. And we just went over there and we just did what we had to do and get out of there. So it's good to have a relationship all through life. Be nice to your family, be nice to people, so that when they die, yeah, you'll miss them and everything else, but you're not even trying out to create a relationship with this situation, the funeral. You want to make that into a reunion with the dead and whatever. You see what I'm saying? So we need to teach them how to die, and after death, how to relate to the loss and the whole 9 yards.